What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be comparing Electro P and Agent P. So they are both the two best Ps in the game, probably even top 5 characters, which, yeah, they're both really good. And today I'll just be comparing them, so I'll be looking at their stats, just kind of seeing how they are like in game as well. And I'll just be kind of explaining to you guys who I think is better, but I do think it comes down to personal preference. So you guys may have a different opinion than me. But if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe with the bell so you don't miss any awesome videos. And let's get into the video. Okay, so looking at Agent P stats, so you could see that he does only have 100 HP compared to a regular P, which does have 125. So it is a bit of a downgrade. So all the stats I'm showing you guys right now are a fully upgraded primary. So fully upgraded ammo, he does have 15 shots in here, which is 5 more than a base P. And that is still really good. He does have a little bit of bloom on it, but that's not as bad in my opinion. So close up, he can do 16 damage, and critical is 33 damage. I know you kind of like are, well, it's not that much compared to like Electro P. You know, you'd much rather go Electro P. But his rate of fire is insane. And he has a max DPS at close range of 157. So like just, he could do 150 damage per second. Think about how many people he could just destroy in a second like that. So he does shoot really fast, and he is an insane character. Now I do think that he does sort of reward the more accurate players more. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you are a more accurate player, I do think Agent P will be the better choice for you, and I would say go Agent P. Because if you know you can hit your shots and you can hit those critical hits, then you could just destroy anyone. But if you do kind of prefer the splash damage, and you just feel kind of safer using that, then of course go Electro P, because he will reward you for that, because he does reward splash damage more. But continuing on with Agent P, now he doesn't really do long range that much. He can only do 11 base and 22 critical without 104.8 DPS, and that is at long range. So he's not the best at long range, but he is pretty good mid to close range, and mid is 15 per hit is base and 30 critical with 147 DPS. So yeah, definitely a sort of mid to long range character. But judging by like how you would normally play a P shooter, I don't really see that to be a big deal. So yeah, like I said, no splash damage, and you know that's really depressing as well. But I could kind of see why, because his primary doesn't go for splash damage. He is just, you know, he's like an AR type. So now we'll go look at Electro P stats. And Electro P, now he does probably 20 to 30 impact damage and critical damage depending on the distance. And he also does probably max of 25 splash damage. So max of 30 impact and critical, and then max of 25 splash damage. So whether you hit a critical or you hit a splash damage, you're still doing a lot of damage with only a 5 damage drop off for splash damage. That's still a lot of damage. And now Electro P does have self detonation. So if you do manually detonate your shot, it will do 27 damage. So like obviously 2 more damage than splash damage, 3 less than, you know, just impact damage. But that's not even bad at all. That's still a high amount of damage. So Electro P is coming in with some crazy damage as well. But he does also sort of have a slower primary. He does have 8 ammo in a clip, 9 if it's upgraded. And the chain lightning damage is from 5 to 10. So obviously if you know Electro P is an electric character, I think it's pretty obvious. All the electric characters do have that electric effect, where it's just like if you hit someone and someone else is right by them, it'll chain to them and they'll also get hit, which makes him really good. So like I said, he does have the self detonation, which is 27 damage. And obviously it won't really matter because you have to detonate close to someone, so there is no mid, long, or close range for that. But now looking at the impact damage, so mid range, he will do up to 25 impact mid range. Close, he does up to 30, so that is like the max damage he will go to. And then long range is 20. So just sort of like Agent P, they aren't really excelling long range, but more close to mid range. So looking at these stats, it does look like Agent P will be better, and that's just on paper. So yeah, like I said, on paper, Agent P is definitely probably the better one. But in game, now we have to look at in game, because they are two separate things. So look at these characters in game. You can kind of see that Electro P does move pretty fast. Like, he is a faster character because he is electric, so he does zip around the map. and Agent P maybe a little slower. I do think it does come down, end of the day, personal preference. Now personally, I much rather prefer Agent P. Now I'm not really a big fan of all the splash damage characters, and I actually like to hit my shots. It makes it more satisfying, and I don't really like aiming for the ground because sometimes it can be kind of hard sometimes. But Electro P maybe in game might be the better one, because just looking at how fast you can move around, the splash damage, the chain effects. Now that is where I do like splash damage. He does have the chain effect with the splash damage, so it does actually come in handy, because obviously you can shoot the ground, and then it can hit everyone else, plus hit the person he was shooting at. So he can hit everyone else at the same time. Plus, he does have the chain lightning effect, which is why I think maybe Electro P might sound better in game. So however you want to see it, it's really up to you. But in my opinion, I think that Agent P is just the better choice. But then again, like I said, at the end of the day, whatever you choose. Someday you might just want to be an Agent P guy, and the next day you might just want to be Electro P. I can't tell you what you can or can't do, but I will show you what I think is good. And yeah, and of course you guys can disagree with me. But if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe with the bell so you don't miss any awesome videos. And thank you guys for watching.